It's time for the Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast. Powerful and liberating business strategies you can start in 5 minutes or less. Now, here's your host, Dean Soto.
Hey, this is Dean Soto, founder of freedomin5minutes.com, and we're here again with another Freedom in 5 Minutes episode. Today's topic is this: raising nonprofit funds the easy way. That and more coming up. All right, cool. So today's topic's actually be really cool. I have an awesome guest. We haven't really talked too much about nonprofits at all, but it's something that is I've been dying to do because there's so many things when it comes to nonprofits that in order to build a scalable nonprofit, you really have to have some things together. And one of those things is being able to get donations, right? But what happens when you're constantly asking for money or for donations or things like that? Eventually your donors are going to start dropping off, right? And they're going to be like, dude, stop asking me for money. So all that being said, I am here with Huy Tran, who has developed a really cool, unique way of making it so that does not happen. So Huy, how's it going, my man?
So good, Dean. Thanks for interviewing us on your show. Very cool show. And I'm so happy to have a chance to talk to you today about Megadeeds.
Yeah, no, I love it, man. So you are one of the founders of Megadeeds, or you are the founder of Megadeeds. And so first and foremost, what is Megadeeds and why did you create it in the first place?
Megadeeds is actually we call it a marketplace for fundraising. Like you said earlier, fundraising been the same for the last probably 100 years. You know, people start campaign and they just keep sending out email, letter, phone call over and over. Please donate, please donate, please donate. And I think at some point, donors get pretty tired of it.
Yeah.
And we start making this from our own experience. Is that we in the church, we also participate in a lot of charity donation. And, we kind of get tired with just hearing the same thing over and over. At the same time, we hear from our priests and our principal, like, you know what, if you have something, perhaps you can sell them and figure out how to sell to the otter and give the proceeds to the charity or to the cause.
Yep.
So we look at it and turn out it's not that easy because if you need to do the three-way transaction, say I sell it to you, but when you pay, the money going to go to the charity. And we look at it and we're like, but you know what, technically it's doable. Given that I used to run engineer at DirecTV, one DirecTV sold to at&t. I look around and I look at couple other offers from, big ones, Facebook, Google, Amazon, but I'm like, hey, you know what, I have some extra cash from the payout from the Mojo. Mm-hmm. Why don't I pursue it, our dream? So we spent the last year and a half to build our Megadeeds, which is exactly how we want it to be. It's a marketplace where, anyone want to help a charity or start a fundraising can do it. And people can give money, people can sell service, and use the proceeds to donate either 50%, 25%, or if you feel so generous, it's 100% to any charity or any cause of their choice.
Oh,
does that make sense?
Oh, I love it. No, it's great. It's funny that you mentioned even the church thing. So I'm Catholic, and I just remember we still get it. So I live in the country, so we don't get it as much anymore. But when I was in Orange County, oh my gosh, literally every mass, it was like, hey, donate to the pastoral service appeal. And it was like, dude, stop asking so much. That's all you're doing. But if there was something where they were giving, where you can actually get a good or service, like maybe like maybe a speaker or somebody to come or something like that, you paid, and then some of those proceeds went to the church, then it's a different story because you're getting value from it, and that's pretty amazing.
It is funny that you mentioned because at our church a few years ago, we have some, we got some shorted, and the priest literally said, you know what, if you have something that you can sell to one another and you can proceed to give it to us, it'd be great. He used to collect items and, try to sell, but it turned the church into a garage sale, and unfortunately people brought in all sort of junk, and they thought it's valuable. So with this, because if you sell something, it has to be compelling because else nobody's going to buy it.
Yeah.
So you can no longer sell your very old computer monitor or the old TV and think it's worth $5 because, you cannot just bring it to church and say this thing worth $200.
Yeah.
But here you can sell it. And if you sell a computer monitor on a used iPhone, right, with the compelling value, some people will buy it from you. And if you just want to donate half, then at least you can keep the other half.
Yeah.
Or if you donate all, then the moment people pay, it goes to the church. So it solves a lot of problems where people overvalue things they give. You know how everyone just do the tax season, right? Hey,
Totally.
this old TV worth $500.
Yep.
My old car worth $1,000. Now, no, you have to be realistic.
Yeah.
So it's a really good marketplace for people to give.
Oh yeah, no, you're totally right. It's great because it's an iPhone app, and like you have to put something on there that it's not like you can go. It's not like a Craigslist either. It's not like where it's like, hey, I'm gonna just put up, like you said, like this computer monitor, and it's good. It's like it literally has to be a valuable goods or service in order to, when you put that up there. And so how has it been? What successes have you seen so far with the app when it comes to fundraising?
Right. So let me address your first question first. Why is it unlike Craigslist? We all know Craigslist is popular, but it's like a Disneyland for scammer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Totally.
People go list like garbage, and people offer to pay you with personal check, cashier check. A lot of them turn out to be fake it.
Yep.
We address that the same way eBay address, buy sell transaction. First of all, we actually use PayPal, so you cannot even fake the check or the money, cashier check.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same like eBay. It's instead, the only difference here is that instead of money, just go straight to the seller. Now the seller gets to decide where the money is gonna go.
Yeah.
But we partner up with eBay. We use eBay transaction, which is very secure. People don't have to worry about the bank account or anything because they're gonna pay with their PayPal account.
Yep.
The seller also, if they decide to collect money, they have to have PayPal. We also provide a rating system similar to eBay. So, if you decide to scam people, probably you can do it once, but eBay is going to charge back you anyway.
Yep.
So it took a while to figure that out and to pass all of the requirements from PayPal, but we did. That's probably the hardest. Because PayPal turned out they're pretty tough.
Yeah.
The success. So, you probably go on the App Store website and realize that there's not much fundraising app. Turn out Apple's really hard because Apple has really strict requirements.
Oh, yeah.
They worry about money laundering and things.
Yep.
So there are very few fundraising apps. And, after 6 months, we finally got approved by Apple. We've been using it for a couple of fundraising campaigns among our church, among the local school district, and among our friends.
Yep.
And we're pretty excited. It actually went the way we envisioned when we started. I give an example. We decided to sponsor some kids at the children's hospital in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And, it's pretty hard to ask people for $400, $200 donation.
Yeah.
But turn out when we appeal to a lot of female supporters, a lot of them have extra bag, extra shoe, extra fashion.
Yeah.
And, some people were pretty generous. One lady donated a lot of stuff that she bought and never used. And we raise the money so quickly because it's like, you know what, here's the thing. And I don't want to sell it on eBay, but hey, I will sell it for, the cost that I believe in.
Yeah.
And we reach our goal way before our target. And not to say, with us, if you feel that you want to donate money, it's still possible. But we know we all have a limit on how much we can deal with cash.
Yep.
So we got people donate $50, $20, but more importantly, we got a lot of donations that came in like $100, $200, which is nearly impossible if you ask people with cash donation.
For sure. Like like any, especially in a church setting. Like, I mean, people just don't have cash anymore, just in general,
right?
And so to do that, like that's pretty unheard of,
Yeah. You know what else we found interesting when we asked for people to sell on our marketplace? A gift card. A lot of people have gift cards, and you cannot just donate gift card to church, right? They won't take it.
Yeah.
But if you have a $50 gift card, that's fine. You know what the church gonna do? They can't do much. But actually, if you sell it for like $35,
yep,
right?
Yeah.
Somebody who buy it gonna get a $50 value, pay $35, that goes to the church.
Go straight to the church. That's See, and that's awesome. Like you said, like with the used car, if someone buys like so the church doesn't want to, or any organization really doesn't want to have like a used car sitting in their parking lot all shabby and stuff. You sell that thing for $500 and it go, whatever percentage goes to the church. Like they didn't have to do anything. Like no inventory, no whatever. They're just reaping the benefits of it. And like I can see how organizations could even like they can promote and say, hey, we're doing a used car drive or whatever. If you have a used car, just post it here on Megadeeds. Post it on Megadeeds for our church. Any used car that you want to get rid of, just post it there, and we get the proceeds. And they literally don't have to do anything other than that.
That's correct. And we've been working with the school district of I live in Costa Mesa. And as right now, we're working with the school district of Newport Mesa, where my kids are going to.
Yep.
And, right after summer, come September, the PTA of Newport Mesa School District going to use Megadeeds to do fundraising for the PTA because the beginning of school year, PTA do a lot of fundraising. And, right now, the same thing, right? Buy, sell cookies, use book, use toys. And you can see school doesn't want to be a yard sale.
Yep.
But if parent and supporter and whoever can facilitate transactions, hey, I buy a used book from you, you buy a used bicycle from me, a game console. That's a lot. And those proceeds go straight to the PTA and to the school.
Wow. That's cool. See, that's awesome, man. I love this. Like, so what are some of the things that people, I know there's a lot that they can do. Like, what are some of the things that you've seen that have been the most successful? Like, has it been services or has it been more product type stuff? Like, what do you kind of see?
It's actually, before we talk about succeed, I probably want to talk a little about failure first. So we first designed the app. And, at first we thought, this is so cool. It has so many features. And then we launched it. And guess what? Nobody figured out how to use it. Because, and then you know what? If you look on the nature of startups, it happens right.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
You design with similar certain mindset that you think people fully understand. And then you launch it and people are like, how do I use it?
Yeah.
So we had to go back to square one. Like, hey, how do we make it so easy for people to start fundraising? How do we make it so easy for people to sell something? And turn out, you know what? To make it so that nowadays, nobody reads the manual.
Yeah.
If you use an app, you're not going to look at the manual on how to sell on eBay.
Yeah.
It has to be so intuitive.
Yeah.
And actually, that's the biggest challenge for us. One, we go back, we design the whole thing, and we launch again. And then people are like, got it. Now they start using it. So that's number one. Number two, I mean, we have to be realistic. Just like you and I both say earlier, fundraising is a big business in the U.S.
Yeah,
right? In
for sure.
2017, total charity given in the U.S. is $400 billion. That's a lot. And out of that, $40 billion just to fundraising. And, that's why Apple is very strict on fundraising app. But, how do you deal with scammers? How do you know that, people don't set up something phony?
Yeah.
So we had to set up a lot of process to deal with those things.
Wow.
And when we deal with that, then it goes back to like, hey, these are like really, genuine fundraising. And, the fact here is that, number one, make it easy. Number two, make it easy for people to share, right? And number three is that you actually have to provide a good value. People have to quickly understand the app and the purpose.
Yeah.
Right? If you take the whole paragraph to describe, then something's wrong.
Correct.
And, at the end, like you introduced us earlier, what's Megadeeds is just a marketplace for fundraising. Then we don't need to do a lot more introduction.
Yep. No, you're right. Like, because literally, like anybody nowadays, especially because the attention span is so short. Like, if you don't have a good user interface, if you don't have a good user experience, you're done. And so, like, how long did it take you to like? So you built the first version of it, and then people were like, I don't know how to use this. How long did it actually take you to do the second version? Like, how long has this been actually going on?
It's actually, so we started making it in March.
Oh, wow.
Last year. And it probably took 4 months to get the first version. Unfortunately, the first version only us understood how to use it.
Yes.
When we try out people. And, I did some other startups before, and one of the hardest things with startups is that you have to have really thick skin. I mean, you literally have to approach a stranger like, hey, I use it.
Totally.
And you try to use it and see if you can easily understand it.
Totally.
And, after we did the first version, we realized, okay, it's not so intuitive. It's not so easy to be understood. We came back and we do a lot of interview. We do a lot of redesign. It took another 6 months. Because now we have to put our mindset into, the user who never read anything, who don't want to read anything.
Yep.
Right? And then after we finish it, we submit to Apple. And guess what? Apple said, hey, this is not in compliance with our guidelines.
Ah, man.
Apple is really hard. I mean, some people literally spend a year to get Apple to approve finance app because they want to make sure that we have a good way to deal with scammer. They want to make sure that, especially with donations, there's a tax implication, invoice, transaction. So we spent another 3 months with Apple. And we also spent a couple months with PayPal. Same requirement. How can we deal with scammer? How do we provide invoice, audit trail?
Yep.
So altogether, I would say it takes about a year, a little more than a year.
Wow.
For us to get it out.
Which is great though. Like that is still pretty fast. But that's a great thing about I mean, it sucks with having to deal with that with Apple, but you know that the quality is going to be there. You know that the safeguards are going to be there, which is a huge plus. For the app. And like you said, there's not a lot of apps out there that are able to do what you're doing right now.
Right now, I think we are the only one that, there's a couple of fundraising apps like GoFundMe, like, hey, donate $20, donate $30.
Yeah.
We are the only one so far that can do marketplace.
See, and
that's why I say marketplace is a lot harder.
And that's where it's definitely a lot harder. But that's where like the difference is to me such a big thing, and it allows because with the marketplace it's not the same as just donating like a Kickstarter thing or a GoFundMe or whatever. It is you are adding some kind of value, but then you, like you said, you also have to be able to. There's going to be people who want to put something up there that's not actually true. Like you mentioned, like the gift card. Like if someone puts a $50 gift card and it's actually not worth. It doesn't have the $50 on it. You have to have safeguards for that and so on. So it's
that's correct.
So that's a pretty tough thing to go by. Like so you said but it sounds like you have an engineering background, so that probably made it easier. What was did you have one instance where it was like you had like a really major thing happen where you're like, I'm not even sure if this is going to work out?
I say this. Doing startup is every day you wake up and you're like, it's going to work out. That's the reality. I mean, until you actually, even when I go back, 1998, I joined a startup. That's like before even Y2K.
Yeah.
And 1998, that's before the internet even popular. And we look like dog. We went to the Swami to buy a computer company. And we question ourselves every day until we sold the company.
Wow.
And we sold the company in 2000. That's why I joined DirecTV when it was pretty small. So I ride the whole DirecTV wave until 2010. So I went from entry level to VP of engineering.
Wow.
The years of DirecTV. You can see it on my LinkedIn profile. So we built pretty cool DirecTV. We built from very small broadcast company into one of the biggest in the US, and we sold to AT&T.
Yeah.
And then after AT&T, with big companies, especially when you are in executive rank, it's a pretty stable job. But at some point you question, like, what if I want to do my own legacy? I see this challenge, we solve it. Do I buy the bullet and build it?
Exactly.
You build it. Well, when you have 500 people report to you, directly, it's a lot easier. Here, I have a small team of less than 10. So, things always take longer. Things always a lot harder, right? I give you an example. You think it would take 2 weeks for Apple to approve. You didn't know it would take back and forth manual.
Yeah,
a lot of times you just go crazy.
Yeah, seriously. Like 3 months. 3 months. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Man.
But I read some articles. Some people who finance app took 6 months for Apple to approve. And now we know why Apple products are so high quality.
Yeah.
So the approval process is really tough.
Wow, that's crazy. I love that. So I always ask this question. It's what I call the 5-minute mindset shift question, the 5-minute strategy question. Like, what's something that where you you made a decision to do something that once you did, it completely transformed everything you did in your business, like massively, like where it changed the game for you or for your team or for your customers.
Right. So I say, we start Megadeeds from our own challenge that we encountered. We participate a lot in charity. I have 2 kids who go to public school, and there was a time when public school in California really run out of money. We donate a lot to the school.
Yep.
We donate a lot to local Boy Scouts. But we realized that the whole market segment is not really easy. That's not even in our brand.
Yep.
So we set ourselves to solve it. So we don't solve a problem that we imagine. We solve the problem that we encounter. We know many other parents of, just like charity people encounter.
Yep.
So we start business by saying the value is there, the problem are there. That's not saying that it's easy to spread the message.
Yeah.
So we finish the build. But, turn out the sell, I would say probably hard, if not harder. Right now, that's the place we go to. Same thing, most of the builders are not really good sellers,
Yeah.
And we don't want just to do a startup probably so cool. We want to actually build a product that we use. So right now we learn how to sell, we learn how to pitch to charity, to school, and for them to see the value, for them to agree with our proposal. That these actually make it easier for you to fundraise, bring in more proceeds, bringing in more donations for your organization. That's all we do right now. As for doing a startup, startup is like relationship. From outside, people think it's sexy. People think, hey, you're gonna be rich. When you do that, you have to believe in something you do. You probably question it every morning or at least once a week. You have to believe in what you do. And I know people probably don't like it, but you also have to understand what's the ultimate goal, why you do this. And yes, the ultimate goal at the end is that you have to make money.
Yep.
It's either for yourself, your family, or from an organization that you know going to rally and behind. I don't believe in saying, hey, we do startup because we want to create better society.
Yep.
You can do that, but the underlying, the fundamental has to be how you're going to make money. Because once you figure out how to make money, then you go and you work with that method. And then if you actually make money, then you can use it for a lot of things. You can help food, you can help charity, but you cannot just say something like hot air balloon and say, you know what? It doesn't matter. It's just going to be better for society. I think that's BS. And we see so many startups with that premise. Like when we ask the founder, how are you going to make money? They're like, oh, you know what? We figured it out for us. Like, this is how we make money.
Like right away. I love that. I love that. Like the making money right away.
We don't have to make money right away, but you have to be able to explain how you're going to make money the same way how you explain your product. It has to be in 1 or 2 sentences. Right? And us, like, how do we make money? Well, we have people, we have fundraisers, we're going to charge 4% on the proceeds that the charity collected.
I love that. I love that. No, I love this. It's great because I love that. I don't know. I'm a big fan of 37 Signals, the guys who wrote Basecamp, and that's what they always say is that like you don't want to you want to know how you're making money up front and not be that startup that's like well, we're just gonna get a lot of users, we're gonna get millions of users, and then we'll figure it out. Like, no, you want to know, like you said, you want to know how you're going to make money, or like you're making money right off the bat, because that is what is going to help build it out and grow what you're doing. Otherwise, it's going to you're just wasting, especially if you're going for venture capital or something like that, you're wasting people's money, and eventually, you know, it could potentially crash. If you're just hoping to get bought out by Google or bought out by some big company, you know, that only happens very, very rarely. So it's a great idea to just focus first on how is this gonna grow by bringing in revenue.
Yes. Right. And you know, like I say, we kind of blessed to go, when I was at DirecTV, we actually acquired a lot of small companies that helped us. But we always acquired the premise on the founder, like eventually, how do you make money? And, you know, we never want to deal with founders. Say, well, we figure it out later when we have a lot of users. Because even in the early days of Facebook and Google, they have a very clear strategy in how they're going to make money.
Yep. Oh, I love that. So how can people reach you? How can people get your Megadeeds app and so on, and start selling things for their charities?
Right. So you know, like I say, there's several ways people can reach us. Megadeeds is on the Apple, and it's easy to type in Megadeeds. Actually, we are pretty popular with the search, even if people search for school fundraising, church fundraising, charity fundraising, like we always appear on top.
That's great.
Right? And they can go to the Megadeeds.com website, and there's a link to the App Store, and there's even a video that explains how it actually happened.
Yep.
And the video is actually produced by the same company that produced video for, you know, Eric Schmidt, you probably know, the chairman of Google. And he's one of the big investors in this company. So if you look on the video, we just try to make it simple. No big words, you know, no fancy terms. We just got to do navigation and check it out.
I love it.
Not to mention right now, because we finally get like Apple Platform. We just literally got it like 2 weeks ago, official version.
Yeah.
We also have a big donation match program. Is that for people who even start small fundraising campaigns for the church, school, PTA, or whatever, even personal purpose. We match up to like the first $1,000.
Wow, that's
like big money for people.
Yeah, like that's really cool. So if someone jumps on and starts doing something for their church or organization or anything, you have a match, like an actual matching program.
Right. And everything's actually in detail and share on the website.
Oh, I love
So,
it.
like going back, we do this, what's the value that, people can fundraise and donor who don't have cash can still help, right?
Yeah.
That's for the donor and the fundraiser. Yeah, us like, hey, why do we do this? Yes, we do this so that we can eventually make money because we charge commission.
Yep.
Starting now, we can waive the commission, but the same like eBay, they don't just hold the marketplace, they charge the platform fee as we do.
Yep.
For charity that we believe in or we want to support, yes, we can waive all the fund and everything. Is it secure? Yes, because we use the biggest payment process in the world, which is PayPal.
Yep.
And, it's not just a website, it's an app store that's been qualified by Apple, so people know it's pretty safe, it's secure. The extra benefit, I just say, people are going to get the $1,000 match, and, we really believe in the cause, we couldn't even throw in bigger money.
That's cool. I love it, man. This is great. This is great stuff.
So I'm working with the school right now. I'm going to reach out to the veteran affairs next because those are like the big groups that we've been supporting before.
Yep.
And we have a big belief in.
Oh, I love it. That's cool, man. Well, thanks so much for being on the show and for sharing this. I already know, like I mentioned to you before the show, I already know some people that I want to introduce you to because I know they do fundraising and they also have a lot of connections with fundraising in general. So I'll be introducing you to them. But man, I just appreciate you being on the phone or on the show. It's a real pleasure having you on, man.
Thank you. All right. We look forward to the podcast. I'm going to download it and share it with a lot of friends.
Awesome. That sounds good.
Sounds good.
Well, cool. Thanks for being on the show. And guys, if you want to check out Megadeeds, go on the Apple App Store and get Megadeeds and start supporting your organizations that you want to support. I mean, what better way than to, just get started, get on there and start putting something of value on there that you can actually utilize to just start donating to your church, to your organizations, your schools, things like that. Really, really cool. Really cool app. Also, go check out Megadeeds.com. And if you can't tell, this is something that I truly believe is going to revolutionize how people raise funds, because I know I don't like when I'm just getting asked all the time for money. When I know that I'm able to get something of value and it's going to a charity, that's pretty dang cool. And I know also on my end, I like being able to give value, whether it be a service or selling something, and know that it's going to a good cause. So go check out Megadeeds on Apple App Store. Go to Megadeeds.com and get started with the app. But for now, we are done with this episode of the Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast, and we will check you out in the next Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast episode.
Thanks for listening to the Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast. Now, head over to www.freedomin5minutes.com and register for our free masterclass and discover how to start systemizing and automating your entire business 5 minutes at a time. We'll see you next time on the Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast.